Hey, and welcome to Medical Terminology. I'm Gina O'Brien, your instructor, and I just wanted to point out some things that, to help you get started in the course, some things that are really important. First, the course is a course about words, and you'll be using a program text. Let's see. You'll be using this textbook, a program text. It's the 10th edition. You've got to have it. You can buy it online or at the campus bookstore. And you'll be working through this textbook, learning the frames or units, and that'll help you be successful on the exams. First thing, just to point out, my email is jobriant@gadsdenstate.edu. It comes directly to my cell phone. I check it all the time. So I will respond within 24 hours of your email. Just make sure that if you have any questions or concerns, I'm here to answer. Just let me know. If you need to come by and see me to help get something, downloaded or started, I am in Office 108A at Wallace Drive in the Browder Hall building. The problem is I may be in class or out for lunch, so just make sure you email me and let me know that you're coming so I can make sure and be in my office. And there's the textbook again. Okay, so let's just kind of jump right in and look at the textbook. First, if you look at, and I got my textbook right here, so you pull yours out too. If you look at the front cover, there are bookmarks that you can tear off. If your book is used, you can just use a sheet of paper. Don't worry about it. And then in the front cover, there is a pronunciation key that I've put on the video too. And that pronunciation key will help you as you go through. And I'll reference it, especially at the first of the course, just so that we can get the pronunciations right. But that key will help you as we go through the words. Okay, turn with me to Section A, which is on page XXV. And this is just the first section that kind of tells you how to use the textbook. Okay, so first I want to point out that these recordings that I'm making are helpful, but in order to make a perfect score on the exam, you need to work through the frames in the textbook. That's the most important part, working through the frames in the textbook. The recordings and the word part reviews on Blackboard are just to help supplement the textbook. So the textbook is your go-to to be successful. I actually recommend as you work through the textbook, don't write in your textbook so that you can work the frames numerous times. I think you should work through the frames until you feel comfortable with the information. So don't write in your book. That way you can do it numerous times and work, quiz yourself. Work each frame until you feel comfortable. Watch the videos and look at the word part reviews for help, but definitely you want to work through the frames. Okay, look at turn the page over. It's XXVII. It's frame A.16. So turn there with me. And this is just going to tell you how to use the frames. Okay, if there's some A.16. If there's a single blank, that means that you're looking for one word. And do you see how the answer 1 is in the answer column? So you would use that bookmark or a sheet of paper and cover up the answer, and you're going to guess what the answer is, or maybe write it down on a sheet of paper. So you're not going to know these answers, but a single blank is one word. If there's a single blank gives a clue, it says a single blank gives a clue about the length of the word. So if it's a short blank or a long blank, kind of gives you a hint. If there's an asterisk, that means there's more than one word. So asterisk means there's more than one word. A double asterisk means use your own words. So just describe it in your own words. You want to practice saying the words aloud and pronouncing them correctly. And the frames are just in no special order. You'll notice as you work through the frames, it's lots of repetition. So it's the same question over and over in different ways. Now, your exams, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video, your exams are all multiple choice. They're 100 points each. And so at the end of each unit in the textbook, there are multiple choice practice questions. Work through those. See if you can answer those correctly. Okay, it says these are your required computer systems, but here at Gadsden State we use a a program called Respondus Lockdown Browser. And so when you take a test, not the diversity quiz, but all the other exams in this class, you have to use Respondus Lockdown Browser and Respondus Monitor. So you're going to download that and take your test in that window. And what it does is it won't allow you to open up any other pages, so you couldn't Google the answers really fast. It also records you taking the exam. And so I'll be able to watch you take the exam. Now, obviously, when you take your exams, you cannot use your notes, you cannot use your textbook, you cannot use a sticky note, anything like that. So make sure that you understand that I'll be watching those recordings and that I can see your monitor and I can see you. Before you take the exam, you have to show me your student ID and you have to show me a 360 view of the room. So you have to have a webcam, and it can be the webcam that's built into your computer or laptop. Most computers have those. If not, you can buy one. Pretty cheap, or you can actually rent one from the library. If you don't have a computer, you can take these exams on any computer here on campus. So get with the library or the computer lab schedule, and you can take the exam here because we do already have Respondus downloaded and the webcam. So that makes it easy. But just be aware that I can watch those recordings, so you can't use your textbook or notes. You can use this link. It's on the syllabus. You can click on it directly from the syllabus to download Respondus. Now, I have for you a practice exam, and I have it set up where you can do the practice exam as many times as you want. It should be super easy questions like, what's the name of your instructor, blah, blah, blah. That's just to practice Respondus. You can do it until you get a 10 out of 10, yeah, but it's really just to make sure you got Respondus downloaded correctly, your camera's working, your webcam's working. I'll let you know if I can't see your video for whatever reason. But it's just to kind of get those jitters so you won't be nervous for the first exam. That on the first exam you can focus on the content, not on Respondus and all that. Okay, here's just the information for the course. Each exam is multiple choice worth 100 points. The reference project we'll mention later. And so those are the other things. I'm going to go over them each individually. Okay, the diversity project, you're going to read some articles on Blackboard and then do a multiple choice question. Quiz, you can use the links on this quiz. You do not have to use Respondus. You can use the links. So you can keep those links open on your computer and go back and forth. The diversity project is something that I'm required to give you per everyone in the department for science courses. Hopefully, I have it set up. It says you can do it 2 times. I have it set up, so hopefully you'll all make a 10 out of 10 on this. But the reason you want to do this assignment as soon as possible is this is how I will post your attendance for the FAFSA. So make sure that you get this completed as soon as possible. Okay, your reference project, you'll see the instructions in Blackboard. You'll actually download the Word document in Blackboard, type your answers on the Word document, and then upload it to Blackboard. So there's no paper, there's no mailing, nothing. You just attach it to the assignment on Blackboard. You'll see the answers there. You'll see the questions there. Let me know if you have any questions on this assignment. You'll use a drug reference, which you can get at any pharmacy, and the medical dictionary. If you don't have a medical dictionary, maybe you can borrow one from someone. You will only need the medical dictionary for this assignment, and it's later in the course. It's 100 points. Most students do well on this assignment that complete it accurately. Okay, the oral exam, this is really your final exam. And there's a list of 150 words, approximately 150 words. I will call you on the phone. You're going to email me later in the course, about a week before the exam, you're going to email me your phone number and a time that works best on the given day. It can be any time you need. If it's at 6 a.m., I'll get up and do it. If it's at 8 p.m., I'll stay up and do it then. So I will work with you at any time. I will call you. The phone call lasts about 5 minutes. I'm going to say, okay, pronounce number 10 for me. And you just pronounce it. I'm going to have you pronounce 10 words. And that will be worth 100 points. So, and there's a recording going over each word so that you can practice and listen and pronounce those correctly. Okay, so looking over the makeup policy, makeup work may be given. The most important thing here is that you're only allowed to make up one exam. So and this is really more for traditional classes, but you can only make up one exam in the course, but in the online class, I have it set up where you can do any of the assignments ahead of time. You just don't want to get behind. And so if you know you're going out of town, do the exam a day or two early. That's fine. You just don't want to get behind. And let me know. Of course, I want to work with you with your course schedule, and I know that this is life where you have interruptions. So you just let me know any way I can help you, but just be mindful that you can only make up one exam, or you can only take one exam late. Okay, over in Blackboard, there's a tab that says Course, Syllabus, and Schedule. The schedule is actually inside the syllabus document, so you want to look at that. When I take an online class, I print that off, I check things off, I highlight on it, just to make sure that I've got everything in the clear. So look at the course schedule, have it printed off, and look at this course as you have a certain time to study. Like, I'm going to study every Monday and Wednesday morning at this time, or I'm going to study every Tuesday and Thursday evening, or I'm going to study on Saturdays. But this is a 3-hour course, so you should be prepared to study at least 3 hours, because that would be the in-class time. But technically, you want to study more than you would be in class because you study outside of class. And so go ahead and set aside some time and stay on your schedule so that you can take the exams on time and be organized. All right, and that's all. Just remember, if you ever need anything, I'm here. Just email me, and I will respond as quickly as I can. Good luck.